So, big question. Is oil going to $90 per barrel or even all the way up to $100 per barrel? This comes after we saw a huge bullish movement from crude oil prices from just below $80 per barrel all the way up to $87 per barrel. Now, there's growing concern in both the trading industry, in the manufacturing industry, transport industry, you name it, because as you know, crude oil has an effect on a lot of industries around the world. My name is Max Capital, and I'm the founder of Wall Street Institute and Company, an institution that is concerned with helping you navigate the financial markets, giving you the right tools to become a consistently profitable trader. Now, back to the Saudi money. Right, Saudi Arabia openly said they're going to cut their production by 1 million barrels per day, and it was followed by Russia, which said they're going to cut their production or their output by a third of that. And to add to those wars, we saw an EA report around Friday that said last week's oil reserves, US oil reserves, dropped by 6.3 million barrels, which is way higher than the 2.1 percent that 2.1 million barrels, sorry, that we were anticipating in the market. So this is very, very, very concerning, as you know that oil is an indicator for a lot of industries, or a lot of industries depend on oil prices, whether it could be for means of production, could be transport and logistics, or it could be just individuals looking to fuel their automobile from home to their workplaces. So it is very important for charts for us traders, sorry, to understand what does this mean and what are we going to look for when we get into the charts. Now, as you know, when I started my trading, I started with futures commodities, so I have a broad understanding of commodities, that is crude oil, Brent oil, and gold. Those were my favorite when I started trading. So let me show you on the charts where we can anticipate to take opportunities, or the points of interest that we need to look out for, and potentially what other currency pairs does this futures market affect. Because as you know, there's that interrelationship between different industries or different asset classes. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us jump onto the charts. So on this, in front of us, it is crude oil, otherwise known as WTI crude oil. So we're going to look at this market the same way we always do. First things first, we're going to try to find the trend. From maybe somewhere up here, you can see that we've been making a series of lows and low highs, right? Right, and lower low there. So what I would probably like to do is maybe remove this one. Yep, and that one, and our major lower high and major lower low are going to be these two. So with that said, we're looking for selling opportunities on oil. So we're anticipating it to push to the downside like that. And the question is, where would we expect that turning point to be, or where is that area of interest, right? So personally, what I saw is, okay, this has been mitigated. No, actually not. This, sorry, just a second. Yeah, this has been mitigated right here. So what we'll be looking at for now as a potential point of interest is from this area of supply, right? So we'll be expecting oil to come to the areas of 90 $90, 91, $92 per barrel, and then push to the downside. Now, oil is also correlated to the Canadian dollar. Canada is the third largest producer of crude oil in the world. So it is expected that when crude oil pushes to the upside, the Canadian dollar also gains strength as a main contributor to the Canadian economy. We're also going to look at the dollar index, which is negatively correlated to oil. As you can see, the dollar index has to push a little bit down before we can go to the areas of 105, 500 right here. And then let's look at CAD JPY, or is the um, Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen. So we were pushing to the upside nicely like that, and then we changed character here after the break of this last higher low. So with that said, now we'll be anticipating to see this push a little bit to the downside. So we have a significant area of interest here. So this is our supply. So just like crude oil, because these are supposed to move in the same direction, right? So we're anticipating it to push up and further down like that. Let's look at USD CAD. With USD CAD, we'll be expecting the opposite because the Canadian dollar is the secondary currency or a core currency in this instance. So I've been looking at this for weeks now. So what happened last week is we tried to close off this imbalance that was left here on the 23rd of March earlier this year. However, I am anticipating for crude oil to do this first, right? If you're trading counter trend, that this requires experience. This is something that I've seen last week, is that we pushed up and we had a liquidity sweep right here. So after that liquidity sweep, what I'm anticipating now is, for us to get to those lows, we need to see something like this. And then maybe we can push to the upside. So I'll keep you updated on the daily live trading sessions. If you're not part of it, do go down the description and find my contacts, contact me, and I'll let you know how you can join us and start trading together live. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. See you on the next one. Cheers.